And so the second one it is, we're doing this. Z-Man 2008, thank you for your generous cup of coffee. All right. Okay, I want to stop this real quick. This is giving me that more of that. It's got a 70s, early 80s power soundtrack kind of vibe. A little bit of that disco, kind of something that you might have heard, like maybe on kind of. Once again, I'm just going to refer to this because it just has that kind of melodic vibe from a Gloria Estefan to, you know, any of the Super Lady power band productions. That in the day of disco, what I kind of liked about disco is they still had a aggressive use of strings and horns, be it orchestral or band style horn section or orchestral. So I love that. I don't know what this game is about or anything. I love how they're keeping the 4 on the floor. But something else that they're sneaking in every now and then on the arrangements are the tube bells. Sorry, I got hiccups. Are the tube bells that are in there. So it's bold, it's kind of powerful, it's really punchy, but it definitely, you know, reminds me of the late 70s, early to mid 80s style of production of, like, you know, it could be a little, I don't mean Love Boat in its theme oriented style, but there was that zone where everything had that 4 on the floor, disco kind of vibe, but still there was some really rich, fun string and a horn style compositions, along with this kind of, you know, punchy, more pop culture style genre. Nice melody double with the lead guitar. And that synthy string sound. Okay, I got to stop for these two comments here. So it's a game about an attorney. You're a defense attorney. That's badass. Never heard of anything like that, but I could see that. And now that you guys have told me that, and I'm looking at the little artwork here, is the fact that now I get it thematically. It completely ties in. You know, it's a little bit of, you know, clubhousey kind of things. Things could happen at night, but the more classier, you know, kind of disco-y kind of vibe. You know, the suit and tie, but yet they can break down. A little bit of the lead work would be like, we're on to them. Dee, dee, dee. I don't know if that's it, but now I get it. Okay, now we just crashed into the Love Boat, but wait a second. I'm going to take it back about 15, 20 seconds. Listen to how sick that bass line is. And once again, the bass is that unsung part of the arrangement and composition world that just, I'll bring it to light as long as I'm alive. I'll keep pushing the bass work up there. Listen to what the bass does while there's these like nice little chord changes and stuff that's happening. But that bass line in the background's moving around is what's keeping the lift for me on this. But listen for it. Oh, by the way, yes, I have seen white pineapple, but ours out here is yellow. So you know who you are when you said you asked. Listen for this bass line. Here we go. Bass line. What a great little run on the strings there. For the win! What a great track. Sorry, I'm a pig. I'll turn my mic off so I can chew so you guys don't have to hear it. Sorry about that, guys. Try to keep a little class in my stream, but I get hungry. I'm old. I can't help it. Really love this track. Somebody was saying that somebody had mentioned here that they felt bad by saying it, but that it kind of reminded them of an Undertale vibe, and it does. It's pulling from the same kind of a genre. You know what I mean? And so you can tie those things across other video games once you start. If you put an emphasis on focusing on certain types of arrangements, you know, the 4-on-the-floor disco sound, chord changes, stacked MIDI sounds and all that, then you could start saying, oh, sounds like, could be like. I will say one thing. In my journey on video games, especially on the RPG style games that I've been watching and learning about, there is a continuity in composition where the Japanese composers do go back and reach for certain eras a lot more hotter than others. And once again, I only say Japanese composers because in general, those are the ones that I probably have to say I've spent from a 1 to 10 out of all the time I've been listening to music, I'd say at least 6.5 to 7 is mostly Japanese composers. And there's a point where I can start to kind of authenticate their styles based on wherever it is they're pulling from. Does that make sense? And I'm not, you know, so obviously we have Austin Wintory and O'Donnell. I was going to say Charlie O'Donnell, Marty O'Donnell, all the other composers I've listened to. But when it's these particular styles, it's also the state. If you know what, you're going to hear the same kind of style of compositions in foreign TV programs, you know, Korean shows, Japanese shows, and stuff like that. They tend to stick to a very melodic, rich composition and arrangement environment that sometimes to me feels like this is fantastic and they're pulling from these influences and making it their own, but it comes from an era that's very Western branded. I don't know if that's the right way to truly say all that, but I said it and it's streamed live, so I don't know. You're gonna come for me. I try to stay away from those kind of conversations where I say, this culture sound or this sounds you know, maybe I'm not opinionated that way. Is that it? Is that the right way to say it? I don't know. I don't have that. Anyhow, Z-Man, mahalo, thank you. I have one more, guys, and I've got to bite or take a short break and play a little Minecraft again. I don't know. My throat's really beginning to hurt.